It's amazing to think that we are just 2 games away from the conclusion of the FIFA World Cup 2022. Yes, we have the third place game, Morocco taking on Croatia today, 4 p.m. our time, and we have Walid Regragui and Dasko Dalic going head to head. And let's see whose team will be going on top in the next few hours. Both teams have given all they have, and they've also met one time in this tournament. We did not have any victor, we did not have anyone vanquished. Let's see who's going to be taking the lead today. I mean, we cannot have a draw in this particular game now, can we? We also have the final happening tomorrow, Argentina taking on France. Two-time winners in Argentina, 2 times winners in France. Let's see who's going to be upping their title cabinet with one more trophy before the end of 2022. I bid you a warm welcome to Football Analysis right here on SEETV. My name is Omola Bakeraji, and this right here is your #1 online television station. We bring you all things happening from music to politics to movies to football, most definitely. And happening in the world of football, most notably, has got to be the FIFA World Cup that is already coming to a close. And this is the part where we are asking ourselves exactly when it is start. Yes, you can also send in your thoughts, your reactions. We'd love to hear from you. We are live on YouTube at SEETV Live, and that is the same handle we are at on Twitter as well as on Facebook. SEETV Live 1 is the handle on Instagram and on TikTok. You can also send in your reactions via the WhatsApp line. It's a WhatsApp only line, so please do not call the number 090 to see him in a little bit. I'll be going on a very short break. When I return, football analysis continues. Stick around to be right back. Welcome back. This is still football analysis on SEETV. I've got with me the man who has a couple of nicknames. I don't know which one it is he's currently using right now. But in the studio with me, I've got Ayobiojo Ibrahim. Welcome to the show.
How are you doing? Good afternoon.
Fantastic. Thank you so
I don't
much.
have many nicknames. I don't have very selective nicknames.
But no, hold on. It's more than 2. Yes.
My nickname is Easy Baba, #1. You know what I'm saying? Ibrahim Adio from Munadio. I don't have to. I don't. And you know, Ibrahimovic is my favorite player of all time. Actually, my personal favorite.
I didn't
player.
know that actually.
Yeah, because of his not only his football attributes, but this man is
Off the pitch.
Off the pitch is he uses confidence. He uses belief, just not in himself or everybody around him, and it spreads. Actually,
it's contagious.
Very contagious. And when he's on the pitch, he doesn't just can get goals. He scores extraordinary goals. He's one of the few players that is very unlucky not to have won the Champions League, neither the Ballon d'Or. But inside me, he has 4 Ballon d'Ors, 3 Champions League, and yeah.
I'm glad you put that disclaimer ahead inside me.
Yeah, no.
But away from that, really, talking about it, I always say this, that when you need a quick injection of self-belief, of maybe self-esteem, you just need someone to aspire to Maguire you real bit. But he's not talking to you, he's just talking about himself. It gives you Go listen to Zlatan Ibrahimovic talk.
Yes.
It's amazing to hear him speak, really, and
Zlatan does not go to the World Cup. The World Cup comes to Zlatan. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
amazing. So
Yeah.
you think I'm done? Then just a couple of phrases like that are stuck in my head. I'm
Yeah.
just warming up, and it's shown us that really it's shown us that
Yeah.
we've just seen a little bit, even though it's at the twilight of his career.
Is
But
he?
he is though.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic is 16 years of age. What are you saying?
No,
Yes, he
for
is.
0. All right, and let's start with the World Cup. I mean, what else are we
Alrighty.
starting with? We're starting and ending with the World Cup. Let's start with the third place game, and
Hmm.
we're a couple of hours away from kickoff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure for both managers, talking about Walid Regragui as well
Mm-hmm.
as Latko
Right.
Dalic right
Yeah.
there, both of them they've had quite a journey to get to this point. They've had quite the journey with their individual teams.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, they've had quite a journey as well facing each other.
Straight up.
No one took anything. They
Ended
just
it
shook
like that.
hands and
Even Stevens.
you get it.
Mm-hmm.
And now, this particular game, we cannot have draws now, can we?
No.
So let's take a look at a bit of we're not dwelling on the past, but let's just go back in time just a little bit
Yeah.
to talk about their meeting right here in the World Cup Group
The
F.
very, very first game between the two.
Group F,
Group F. Yeah.
Morocco finished top.
Yeah.
Incredible, unbelievable, unexplainable. Like it was that they were that good.
Yeah.
Their game against Croatia was very interesting. Can you walk us through your thoughts on the game before that game actually happened and after the game actually happened?
So Walid Regragui, the manager of Morocco, proved me wrong after the game, because prior to the game I was like, okay, my African team in this World Cup is Senegal. Even without Sadio Mane, I was still picking Senegal to do the unthinkable. But I saw the lineup. I was like, okay, I see Mazri, I see Hakimi, I see Roman Saiz. Okay. The rest are okay. This guy, okay, maybe the coach knows them. Then I saw Yusuf Enesri now. Let's see what they can do. But now check the Croatian lineup. Oh, see boys, Morocco. Sorry, that was my thoughts. Morocco could shop. Then after the whole 90 minutes was done, I was like 0-0. No, I had to go back. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the game, right? So I had to go back, check the stats, and I was amazed. Like the game was evenly balanced. Croatia had more ball possession, 65 to 35, right? But attempts in that game, same. On target, same. The thing the Moroccans did in that game was soak up the pressure from the Croatian midfield, because their attack is really I can't say non-existent. Nikola Vlasic, Ivan Perisic, and Andrej Kamaric, the only major threat in the three names I mentioned, me and you both know, is Ivan Perisic. And Ivan Perisic happens to play on the left wing, right? He was shut down by Mazrui and Sofiane Amrabat all game. He couldn't do anything. Amrabat had two people to contend with in that game, Ivan Perisic and Mateo Kovacic, and he made them look non-existent. While he was doing that, there was a certain person that was trying to cause a little bit of disarray in the arrangements made by the Croatian midfield, and that person was Azzedine Unai. Whom I was like, who is this one? I'm not gonna lie, like, who is this one? With his tiny legs and all. I'm not gonna lie, but come on. After that game, it was evident that Morocco are going to cause problems in this World Cup. But let us see how far they're going to go, because their next game, Belgium. Oh, sorry, Belgium is going to beat them. What I've seen, Belgium might either beat them, or they might be lucky to get another draw against Belgium, because Belgium, the game against Canada, were not impressive. Just a 1-0 win that was very scrappy. So like, okay, let's see how it goes. Then Croatia faced Canada, whitewashed them 4-1. It was the game between Morocco and Belgium, and I saw how the Belgians were playing. They had the possession, right, but they were outclassed by the Moroccans, and that is when I know, like, oh, these guys are actually very serious. These guys are very serious. It was the game where Azzedine Unai, Sofiane Amrabat, and Amala showed it to everyone that there might be big names in this World Cup, but we are here to make a statement, and they did. not in just that game, in the subsequent games that followed, up until the semi-final where they lost to France. Um, these guys have had an amazing run. If they use the subsequent matches after the game, the first game they had against Croatia, to and they put that kind of energy. I'm pretty sure they would though. They put that kind of energy and everything into this particular third place game. I see them. Um, uh,
Getting something.
I wanted to say get something, but I know the Croatians too. I'm just saying about the Croatians. Those guys know how to shock up the defense. No matter what you do, no matter as long as they are today, we are not in the mood to concede. Sorry, bros.
But talking about they know how to shore up their defense. We've seen that from the Croatians.
Mm-hmm.
But we also saw them in their semi-final clash against Argentina,
Yeah, I was gonna
which
go
it
there.
was very interesting how they were caught open.
Yeah, I was
They
gonna go
were
there.
what's the word now? I think they were beaten at their own game in the sense that
Exactly.
the typical thing we know of the Croatians, we have seen of them. It's about how many years now? We've been seeing that since 2018, and they've gotten better at it.
Yeah.
2018, I think maybe we were a bit surprised, but now I think we're used to it, seeing them soak up pressure. They are good at waiting you out,
Exactly.
hit you when you least expect it.
Yeah.
The Brazilians can't testify. When you least expect it, and just turn the game on its head. We know them to be that team that they're very comfortable playing the extra minutes. They enjoy it, as a matter of fact. When they take you to extra minutes, it becomes in their favor because most teams, either you're already worn out, either you're already tired, mental fatigue is already setting in and all that stuff. But against the Argentines, the kind of pressure and trouble and strokeness we're expecting from the Croatians, it was lacking for the last half. Or so for the first 30 minutes, they were in on everything from the first to second balls. They were doing all of that business. For the second part, though, they couldn't handle. I think maybe that goal was the difference. Talking about the penalty and all that. Maybe that was the key that turned it. So are we expecting something similar now against Morocco, or you expect to see the same Croatia we have been seeing from the start of this tournament?
Yeah, I'm actually expecting to see the same Croatians. They are not. I don't see them tweaking anything, especially given the fact that the Moroccans have only scored 5 goals in this World Cup. They have limited
attacking
options when it comes to getting the goals. They barely try and get the goals. At the 5 goals they got, they scored 2 in one game. That was against Canada, game against Canada. So they
love the 1-0.
They love the 1-0. So they know how to hold fort at the back. Don't concede. Know how to stand your ground. Frustrate them. Try and contain what they are doing in the midfield. Get them tired. And when we have the opportunity of the fast break, 1 or 2 fast breaks, we try and get the goal. Get the goal. End of story. Shock it up. That is literally almost the same thing the Croatians are doing. But the Croatians, the only difference about them is that they just don't only sit down and absorb pressure. Why they are at it, they only do that for like a few 10-15 minutes in the game just to see how you set up yourself, and then they go on the attack. Their midfield, they know how to control rather than soak it up. They will control the midfield. They will want to control the midfield between Brozovic, Kovacic, and Luka Modric, flanked by Bonar Sosa and Juranovic. They know how to do that. They would stifle whatever you want to bring in and make sure that it is what they are doing that is being portrayed in the midfield. All you have to just be pursuing balls. That's what you'll be doing, pursuing balls up and down. So if they go by the same pattern, if they go by the same game plan the both have been going on this same World Cup, it's going to be very, very cagey, honestly speaking.
And it promises to be a long game.
It looks like it's going to be like another 120 minutes stuff. The first 90 minutes was like the very first 90. That's the first game between themselves. Was so cagey, and okay. I think I'm going to state it like this. The first game, we did not only see Morocco against Croatia. The first game we saw Regragui against Latko Dadic. Like, bros, this is a tactical game. If you want to beat me here, there was like a chess game to an extent. You can't beat me here. Oh, they saw this one's weak point. They were trying to assess the weak point. Within 5 minutes, block that point. Go and try another to block it. That was how that game went between the two of them. And it was not really a boring 0-0. It was not really a boring 0-0. So it's a very, very tactical game, and it was enjoyable because they gave us how would I put it? The very first goalless draw of the game of the tournament.
I mean, what a way to announce your presence.
And right now they meet again in the third place. I'm pretty sure the two of them would rather want to meet in the final. But yeah, they are the third place, and third time for the Croatians to be in the final four. Very, very first time for the Moroccans, and they would want to finish as third best team, not the
I mean, if nothing else, get a medal.
Yeah, get a medal. At least let them see that. Oh, I have a medal. Even if it's not gold, it is still medal. You not get. Yeah.
And talking about that, it's going to be quite interesting to see who is going to be taking this one, because I expect both managers to want to, outpace the other.
Yeah.
But yet, they are not, for both teams, like we said, their attacking options are both limited.
Yeah,
but what they have in the midfield seems to have been the catalyst that have pushed them up to this point. For the Moroccans now, we're talking about Amrabat has had quite a tournament. We have to say Unai as well, Amala as well. For the Croatians, all the three guys are all regular names that we're familiar with, right? From Kovacic to Brozovic, and then of course beg your pardon, Modric right there. So it's quite interesting what we have for both teams, and like you rightly said, I actually believe that this game is going to be won in the middle of the park. Let's see who wrestles control from the other first, and who relinquishes it, if that's going to happen. If that doesn't happen, it's going to be a long game, and just the point is, before this game, make sure you eat, so you're not waiting for the game to be over before you go put something in your stomach.
Even if we see an early goal,
just have to be here for 2 hours.
Even if we see an early goal, I'm so sure that the other team is going to respond. Even if
it seems like so.
It looks like
that kind of say 98th kind of equalizer, and then ta-da, we're back to extra time. All right, away from that game, the game that we're expecting to be the game of the tournament, talking about Argentina taking on France. Both teams would not want the other team to be a stumbling block, in their getting to the final, but they both promise to torture and torment each other. We're expecting to see that.
Yeah.
We have amazing talent for the French. Everywhere you turn. For the Argentines, maybe in a couple of places. I won't say it's everywhere you turn.
Yeah,
like the star power. I'm coming. Take away Lionel Messi. We're talking about star power, like each player for player. I mean, Otamendi to Varane. Yeah.
I'm just saying, Otamendi has been amazing for Benfica.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
One person is a perennial Champions League winner.
We have to use the club to judge. If Otamendi was in that club too, he would have won something like
but
that.
he did not.
He won something with City.
But he did not play in Madrid.
You didn't play Madrid. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't use the Madrid tax.
And it's not a tax. They want something. No, they want something. Which is the perennial Champions League.
I know he's a perennial Champions League winner, but you just use the tax.
Okay, now so let me put you on the spot a bit more. I was not trying to put these players against each other. I'm just talking about their names, what they've achieved, and all that stuff. And we cannot talk about that without talking about their club as well.
Factors,
so Otamendi or Varane in your team?
Varane.
Pick one. So the fact that you not think about
realistic now, but I'm just trying to let you know that you do not.
I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that you cannot talk about what they have individually achieved without talking about the club they play for.
Factors, but still.
Manchester United to Benfica. Man U or Benfica?
No, why are you like that?
I just asked you something. Man U or Benfica?
Okay, Man U or Benfica, they are both champions, right? In the leagues they are in, Benfica are.
This man likes politics. This man likes politics.
Well, let's be realistic.
So yes, I'm just saying that.
Stop. I
keep saying take away Lionel Messi, because if Lionel Messi is there, that's about a 15-man team against an 11-man team. For that reason,
if you want to be truthful, because thinking about it the way you just said it right now, if we want to be very, 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 very diplomatic and realistic about this, there is no way Argentina will win the final without Lionel Messi in that team.
Yes, yeah.
But who is in the Argentina? Who is in the French team that will be like, if you know they no go the final?
Yeah, Kylian.
Everybody else has been getting the goals.
True, but I'm not saying
scored in like the past 3 games right now.
Yeah, but he has 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. He has 5, but he hasn't scored in the past 3, and they are in the final. And the past 3 has been the most important ones.
Well, in fairness to them, yeah, you have a point, absolutely. Talking about the fact that the goals are coming from somewhere else.
Yeah.
For the Argentines, though, Julian Alvarez has announced his presence with such aplomb
Yeah,
right
my
here.
guy.
Well, it's not your guy in that case. So I'm just
So
saying, might not, okay, I think I should
might,
not use
yeah.
will, might not be available, which is a nightmare. I think Didier Deschamps would not want because that's going to limit his options,
Big
as we said.
time, big time.
Chomeni is rumored to not be available,
He has a hip contusion.
which is okay. And there's also a flu, very interestingly, that is going around in the French camp. And
So I'm going to talk on the flu.
we have to talk on the flu.
And what I want to say might be controversial, but I'm still going to say it. Why is it that it is only in the French camp that this flu is coming up from? That they say that it is the AC, the ventilations, the vents that supplies the air, right? That is where they get this flu from. So now the flu is not affecting any
Like
flu-like
whatever
symptom,
going around. And
because
they are working to control it and contain
yeah,
it.
why was it not in the semi-final? It started out, right? It started out in the semi-final. When it was looking like, okay, France are going to be beating Morocco. They are facing Morocco. Morocco have looked like that punch beyond their weight, getting to the semi-final, and they are facing their executioner in France. So I'm just saying, let's deplete their squad. Let's get them depleted so that at least Morocco probably beat them or something. But that did not happen. The French beat the team. So at that time, aren't they supposed to have done something about the flu, the semi-final period? Or okay, move hotels. You can't tell me there's no space. Most of the teams are already in their houses. They have gone home. Move hotels, change the location. You decided to move. No, you didn't move anything. So that was from. Well, Juskunde is
It's
coughing.
available.
He's coughing. So
we hope he's going to be feeling better. What about quality? But it is quite the depleted.
There are actually so many things I want to say about this thing. Because I just remember something else that happened after the Morocco game. Do you know that immediately after the game, Ibu Konate and Jules Koundé were tested for
COVID? Oh, really?
Yeah, on the spot as they were leaving they went to go. They were tested for doping by the anti-doping agencies, right? They tested Ibu Konate and Jules Koundé. I know these things come randomly.
It's supposed to be random.
Yeah, come randomly. You pick boys randomly. So you went to go and pick their backline.
But no, it was like you said, random.
Yeah, but their
backline. Random selection.
And now they are
it's still random.
I know it's still random, right? We have not seen any or heard anything about any of them going to go and. If I was part of the agency, anti-doping agency, right? I know he's an alien. I'm talking about Lionel Messi, but I'll be testing him each game. I'll be testing
before and after
each game. But that has not happened, right? This is the French.
But like you said,
it's random.
It's random.
Yeah, but why is it like that? So the news will now come out. Oh, they found something in their pee.
Well, if they had something, if they had something, yeah, the game is the game. The rule is the rule.
I know.
But they did not find anything. So let's see.
Nothing about the flu now. They decided to spread us the flu.
Well,
my boys, we are okay. Nothing's going to go wrong with us.
On that note, when we return, we're going to be dissecting the final game of the World Cup that we're expecting to see tomorrow. Stick around, we'll be back before you know it. Football analysis continues. Welcome back. This is still football analysis on SEETV. We've been hanging out with me, Omolabake, and of course Izibaba with me in the studio. So we're talking about the final game, and Izibaba has mentioned a couple of conspiracy theories that I do not have the answer to, apparently. So we move away from that one. Didier Deschamps will be going on, or head-to-head, we should say, against Lionel Scaloni of the Argentina squad. Didier Deschamps has won the champions. Let's say champions. Okay, sorry. I'm craving club football. Apparently, has won it though. Yeah, I'm craving club football, but we're talking about the World Cup right now.
We think that man never won.
So he has won the World Cup. As a matter of fact, this team are the current holders. In case you missed the news, that the French team did win the World Cup in 2018. But for the Argentines, they have come close a couple of times. They have won it before, but not this generation. was the Diego Armando Maradona time.
Maradona.
Yeah, so and he did that twice. Amazing feat.
Mm-hmm.
Now this time around, one can say, should they be the hungrier team of the two, in the sense that they are yet to win it? For the French squad, even though we have a couple of newbies
Yeah.
in the squad that are yet to win it, but I mean,
They are reigning champions.
they are reigning champions. What do you think is going to be hungrier in this particular game?
They should be very, very hungry. Both of them. They should be the. I don't know who should. No, I know the hungry team, but they are both hungry, right? But why the French is hungry? The Argentines are famished. They would do literally anything and everything possible to get their hands on that trophy. The French just won it 4 years ago. Albeit amazingly. Now 4 years back, 4 years on, without a couple of players, and they are still on strong now in the finals. And they know that if they get themselves together, they comport themselves the whole 90 minutes. It is an unprecedented back-to-back World Cup win for them. The third in their history. It won't be, how would I put it? It won't be a fluke at that. It will now make them um, um, I can't do I say a force to reckon with, but a major powerhouse in world football. That is what they are right now. But
They become even more
they will
formidable.
cement that status. That's what they did in 2018, and it is looking like that's what they are doing in 2022. But the Argentines is a mixture of both the old and the new. Alvarez is a young guy. Acuna is a old guy. Is aged. McAllister is a young guy. Lionel Messi is aged. Lautaro is, I don't even know how to put it.
Somewhere mid.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Emi Martinez is aged, right? Lisandro Martinez is still young. Angel Di Maria, all of them, it's a mixture of the young and the old, but they all have one goal: get this World Cup, get this World Cup, get this World Cup. Their hunger and drive has led them to this place, and that same hunger and drive is most likely going to either lead them to getting the title, or lose focus in the final, get unnecessary rush of blood to the head if things is not going their way, just like it was not going their way against the Netherlands, and they were literally everywhere in that game. If that same thing happens to them in the final, it is going to be tough for them to be able to get themselves together, because we know they're a French national team. They know how to, on the counter attacks, they are the best team in the world at that. You can't dispute it.
Well, they're blessed with pace. I mean, you cannot have a flank of Mbappe and Dembele and
who won't catch them?
Wreak havoc.
I'm looking. Is it Acuna that wants to catch Dembele, or is it Tagliafico that wants to hold them? That's Kylian for you. Number one, Kylian Mbappe. Number three, Kylian Mbappe. Number two, Olivier Giroud. Who is stopping Giroud? Who? Nobody. And the number one person who has been their most important person in this World Cup, Antoine Griezmann. Come on! No. Let me just call him Antoine Labile Kante Griezmann, because he has done the two of them's job perfectly. He has created most chances in this World Cup. Most chances of anything, including Messi, Bruno Fernandes,
all the big
creative midfielders. Yeah. He has outclassed them. Their semi-final win against Morocco, 2-0. He assisted both goals. It was everywhere.
And he assisted here. He was assisting
at the back as well.
It was incredible.
He was cleaning up, mopping up easily. So if they can get hold of Griezmann, which is going to be very hard, if they can get hold of Griezmann, it's going to be it's going to be a midfield battle between Griezmann and Rodrigo de Paul. But
let's see who wins.
They actually play for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah. So they know each other quite well.
Simeone will be smiling at me.
I trained my boys well, right?
Yes.
So now for the Argentines, your three players, one spot I think is already taken. But
we know.
I'm just asking.
We know.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So three players that you expect will be very, very important to whatever it is that Argentina will be doing tomorrow.
Okay, number three, Rodrigo de Paul. I just mentioned the man in the middle. He knows what he wants to do. Even before the ball gets to him, he knows where he wants to pass to. He knows who to go and run and block. Everything about him is tactical. His tactical awareness is almost come on. It's too much. And don't no, should we talk about his passing range? I beg. He's one of the best in the world at it. Number two, Julian Alvarez.
Why am I not surprised?
Julian Alvarez. He had to catch that boy. He had. And number one, I should say Tagliafico.
We'll be going on a short break so that we'll find it and have somewhere in the studio. But yeah.
You know it's Lionel Ibun Masumo Messi. Because Tobalo Sumo you know the whole stereotype. Vadio is still
Leave a poor man
yeah.
alone. His team is no longer here.
I know. It's really Vadio. Literally every defender in this World Cup I've just shot one way or the other. But still, at 35 years of age, doesn't really look like he's past to speak. But this World Cup, he brought back that pick and has been using it.
Yeah, I seen 2011 Messi.
Yeah, exactly. And it will be the main man for the game. If Messi can be held in that game, the limitations in the Argentine attack will be very, very obvious, and will have a great chance for them to be able to. I'm talking about the French national team to counter the Argentines, but it is hard to hold Messi because if you want to say you want to put like 3 people on Messi, you are creating chances for the rest. Immediately he is able to spot that pass, even while surrounded.
You take out 5 players.
5 players. Party to bash. Everything has ended in here, straight up. But we've talked about Antoine Griezmann. I didn't mention Tchouaméni because he's a doubt for that game. But still, he's an amazing young player. He would have his hands filled. His hands, head, legs, every part of his body will be filled up with the thoughts of, Messi is coming. Messi, there's nothing he can do about it. He would need support from his boys. If I don't know, maybe Deschamps will be starting Yusufa Fofana or Eduardo Camavinga or Veretout with him. But I know Antoine Griezmann is starting. So it is left between the 3 of them to know how to cage Lionel Messi and still have their sights set on Rodrigo De Paul, Alexis McAllister, and Julian Alvarez, which is going to be a very tough task. So still, Messi is going to be the most dangerous player for the Argentine national team, followed by Julian Alvarez and Rodrigo De Paul.
All right, let's see what all the 3 players will be able to do for their team come tomorrow. And it promises to be an exciting one. I mean, who wants a boring World Cup final? No one, nobody. So it promises to come with the goods for both teams. Let's see who's going to be getting their 3rd World Cup title. Is it Argentina or is it France? That question will be answered. I was about to say 6 p.m. tomorrow, but I don't know if they're going to be taking us to extra time. But at most, 7 p.m. tomorrow, worst case scenario, we should know who it is that's going to be doing what. For some reason, we skipped Morocco and their key players and all that stuff. So for Morocco now, 3 players in Morocco, in the Moroccan squad, that you think have had a lot to do to bringing them to this point in the competition, and you think they're going to have a lot to do also in their 3rd place game today. And for Croatia as well, 3 players. For the Croatians, I think 1 spot has already been taken. We know. So what do you think? 3-3 for both teams.
Let me start with the easy one, the Croatians. It's actually easy to get done. First one is Juranovic, their right back. Revelation for them this season, this World Cup. Juranovic has been the revelation for the Croatian defense. He's been everywhere. Attack, his input has been amazing. Defensive wise, outstanding. Juranovic, the Celtic man, who is obviously going to move. I don't want to know. Celtic no say they actually have their hands filled up. They went to what's it called? They have a replacement for him now. They went to get a replacement already, and he's still with the team.
Yeah, they are ready.
They are just ready, just in case if you want to come and buy him already. Okay, number 2. Now number 2 is kind of tricky. It's in between 2 people. So I love you, Ivan. I love you so much, Perisic. But let me be realistic. Josko Vardio has been something amazing. Leave the Messi dribble alone. Okay. Messi can dribble anybody in this world. Okay. I don't make Nesta come back if he's short for him. Yes, make Nesta, West Brown, Ferdinand, West Aga, all of them. Let's go and call him. John Terry is Messi. Let's be realistic. Josko Vardio has been an amazing.
You kept on mentioning professional assistants while you're on the show. Sorry, continue. Go ahead.
I know they are hired assassins, but they are facing it's not an hired assassin, it's a natural born assassin.
Okay.
Have you forgotten what he did to one of the best defenders in the world at that time, Jerome Boateng?
All
Boateng is
right.
still here to get off the floor.
All right. But I'm just reminding you that when I assassins do their job, it's always hard to dribble people when you don't have legs anymore.
Boy, don't have legs and get sent off, and you see the person you hacked, you stand up.
Yeah.
We know Messi for that.
All right. All right. This guy.
So Josko Vardio, amazing talent, still a very young lad, and had the world at his feet this World Cup. Chelsea were trying to get him from RB Leipzig. They were trying to get him from RB Leipzig for 80 million at that time during the summer, and I was like, why? It's not too much. You guys just got Wesley Fofana for 75 million. This is too much. Now 80 million looks like a bargain, and as news has been coming out, it looks like Manchester City are the ones in the front runners to get him right now. And those ones, they are first one they are going to go and take is 100 million. Trust Manchester City, it is 100 million, and it is going to be totally worth it because this guy is still going to give you nothing less than 12 years of premium defending. So Josko Vardio makes it for me. You all know who number one is. Luka Modric.
Yeah.
LM10, king of the midfield, lord of the outside boot crosses and passes and shots and everything. He knows how to find the tiniest spaces where you think doesn't exist. He knows how to find them. So he's going to be the number one threat in Luka Modric. So the Moroccans, oh god,
Male.
Ole. In no particular order. Because I've been
How convenient. Yeah, please go ahead.
In no particular order, right? Yasin Bono. Without Bono, they would not be here. Without Bono, they would not be here. Yasin Bono has been a bonanza for them. He has been a bonus for them. Every single thing that man touches is saved. Everything. You should be like a savior. But that one aside,